Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Portland police are investigating a shooting that happened overnight in Northeast Portland. It happened on Northeast 22nd Avenue just after midnight. Officers say they found a man a few blocks away who had been shot in the arm. A person living nearby called police and said he shot the man after he entered his home. Meantime, the man who was shot is expected to be okay, but police want anyone with information to give them a call. 2 people are in the hospital after an early morning crash on Highway 217. It happened in Beaverton near the Allen Boulevard exit. Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue responded to the crash and had to extricate one person from a car. Both people are being treated for life-threatening injuries. Right now, there are still very few details that we know, but we'll bring you the very latest once we know more. And a Vancouver man is charged with reckless driving and DUI after the Washington County Sheriff's Office tracked him down by using a plane yesterday. Take a look at this video they got. Deputies say 23-year-old Alex Gherkin was driving at speeds of well over 100 miles an hour. But they say this wasn't the first time. Investigators say they've received numerous calls from drivers over the last couple of weeks, all describing the same motorcycle speeding down Highway 26. Yesterday morning, deputies say an airborne investigator spotted the motorcyclist.
Once law enforcement was pretty sure where the person was going or the area they were going, they set up a proactive mission to see if they could catch him driving using our airplane, because that's much safer than trying to follow a motorcycle that's going 120 miles an hour.
Wow, 120 miles an hour. Officers say Gherkin led the plane and sheriff's deputies on a chase across the county. Deputies eventually caught up and arrested Gherkin. The sheriff's office is asking anyone who may have seen anything or know anything to call police. And you know what? It's been a pretty mild day so far. And for some reason, I was like, okay, I'm ready. It might be really hot, but I was really pleasantly surprised today.
It's going to be really hot, really starting tomorrow. And tomorrow is the first day of the next 7 that we're going to be seeing temperatures 90 or above. This is the second heat wave we've seen so far this summer. And there's a good chance we'll be seeing some record-breaking heat come Tuesday and Wednesday. Those 2 days, Christine, we could be looking at temperatures right around 100 degrees, which would mark the first time this summer that we've seen temperatures 100 or more. I don't think we're going to go above 101, 102. That might be the max heading into the early part of next week. Regardless, we are in for some serious heat over the next several days, really almost here for the next week. Right now, here is a live look from our Rose City camera. Temperature of 76 degrees. I'd expect to see our temperatures jump up a couple of degrees by the end of the afternoon and heading into the early part of the evening. Looking at our projected heat wave over the next few days, 90s basically starting tomorrow through the first part of next weekend. Now, there is a good chance, like I said, we could be seeing a couple of days basically from Tuesday and Thursday of next week with temperatures right around 100 degrees. If you're hoping to see much of a cool down, we're not going to be seeing much. Overnight lows much of next week will be right around the mid to the upper 60s. Closer into the city, we could be looking at overnight lows closer to 70 degrees. So as we go into the rest of your night, we're going to be looking at temperatures 11:30 midnight, right around the mid to the upper 60s. For tomorrow, heading out there by late morning, we'll be seeing temperatures already close to 70 degrees. Some models are basically looking at highs in the low to mid 90s a good part of tomorrow afternoon up and down the I-5 corridor. And this is what's in store for the next several days. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. A lot of heat is going to be staying with us. And because of that heat, we will be under an excessive heat watch starting Monday. And it stays in effect throughout much of western Oregon and through parts of the Gorge and central Oregon all the way into the end of next week. And coming up in my detailed forecast, Christine, I'll talk more about just how hot things will be getting over the next 6 to 7 days.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. A lot of people talking about that heat. And right now, preparations to open cooling centers are underway in Multnomah County. County officials expect to announce their specific plans on Sunday based on all the very latest forecasts. Warehouses are stocked, they say, with pallets of supplies ready to go. Some of those supplies may be going to overnight shelters as well if it seems like things won't cool off enough at night.
It depends on the type of location, but a shelter location, we have 190 different items that we would send to a shelter. So it's everything from water to wheelchairs.
So right now we're preparing for the potential of overnight cooling shelters, and also keeping in the back of our mind that if we need to just do cooling centers, which go into the late afternoon and evening hours.
Emergency managers say now is the time to connect with neighbors or family members who are vulnerable to heat. A really good idea is to make a plan and check in on them. Multnomah County also has a Help for When It's Hot webpage. You can see the website right there on the bottom of your screen. You can also call 211. And speaking of the heat, the weather has some food cart owners worried for their employees and customers. As Christelle Kumwe found, some are already announcing plans to temporarily close up shop next week.
Being in a food cart, we are kind of open to the elements, whether it be cold or heat.
As we expect temperatures to hit triple digits come Monday, Rico Loverde is planning ahead.
Anything over 95, we're going to be closed.
He's the chef and owner of Monster Smash Burgers food cart on Southeast Stark.
Anything over 95, at least our particular cart, can't really handle it. It's one, the fridges can't keep up, and then the food becomes unsafe to serve.
The heat is also dangerous for the staff.
It's about 20 to 30 degrees hotter inside there, and it's just not safe. It's too hard on the crew.
The business is usually open 6 days a week, but Rico says they'll likely be closed most of next week.
Wasn't expecting this to happen, so it's going to be a bit of a hit financially, but we got to be safe.
Other food carts, including MF Tasty on North Williams, also plan to close.
There have been times in the past where we were less established and we're like, I cannot miss this sales, like I have to at least try. And I would come in and like my spice jars were melted and my brain just turned to jello.
Eric Gittenstein runs the food cart with his wife. He says closing a business unexpectedly like this can hurt the bottom line.
Because you still have to pay your employees, you're not making any sales. Food business is a business that has like really thin margins, so like any kind of error can definitely affect like what you take home or whether you're able to pay your bills at the end of the month.
That's why many of these food carts hope people will stop by before the heat forces them to shut down.
There's a business that you've been wanting to try and maybe like you just haven't found the motivation to show up, like this is the weekend to show up. Like I promise you those owners and employees will thank you so much more for helping them make the money while they can before they're forced to be closed.
But as temperatures rise, they're all about safety.
Whether it's being safe for serving food to the public and having it at the right temperatures, or my guys' safety and well-being.
While some food cart owners plan to temporarily close up shop next week, others will change their hours of operation. The owner at JoJo PDX on Southeast Powell Boulevard says they'll likely only serve lunch for a few days next week. I'm Christelle Kumwe for KGW News.